Hey, Chris, what did you kind of see from Christian tonight that you didn't really see last week with him against Arkansas, and how kind of good was it for you to see him bounce back the way he did?
Well, he commanded the fastball really well tonight, but I think he had his best breaking ball of the year, which he needed against some of their really good hitters. And, man, when he has all three pitches going like that, he's really tough to hit.
Ben?
Chris, obviously Christian was great, but y'all stranded a lot of guys on base tonight. Just what did you kind of see from your guys at the plate, and outside of that, Cam hit or Rowdy's home run?
There's just there's power arms in there, so it's hard. I think everybody in the game tonight, both sides, are having a hard time getting on the fastball with the power arms, a little chilly, everything else. But I thought Luke Hancock gave us two big swings early to give us a little cushion and play with a lead. And then Cam breaks it open there late, and I thought he had a huge at bat with the bases loaded in the fifth, maybe when he works the walk with two outs, and just wasn't a real offensive night. So for us to get a couple early was huge.
Steve?
Chris, you guys, it seemed like you were aggressive early in counts, but you were still able to run that pitch count up on him and kind of get him out of the ballgame a little earlier. How were you able to do that?
Well, he's had high pitch counts in all his starts, so I think he went that was his longest start in terms of pitches for the year. He just has a tendency to throw a lot of pitches, so we do a great job usually of extending them. So it kind of, even though I guess you're saying in the first, when we hit the first pitch, and we had three guys on, and he had like 8 pitches, we really didn't extend him then, but we were able to move it up as the game goes on. He usually has a high pitch count, the Hagenow kid for Kentucky.
Tanner?
Coach, last weekend, obviously something you wanted to put behind you. What was the message to the team going into this week and getting to the series?
Well, we talked about, what it is to take a punch. And if you're going to play in this league, most of my guys have played very little SEC baseball. And, we're so excited the first weekend, and then we get punched in the nose. And, I challenged them before today's game. Just, we'll learn a lot about you. Because if you're going to play in this league, man, you got to be able to handle the punches, and you got to be able to fight back, and you got to have a real belief in yourself as a player.
Joel?
Chris, a couple weeks in a row now where Brandon probably hadn't been as crisp and as sharp as we've seen him earlier in the year. Just, I guess, what are you kind of seeing from him right now?
I told Fox this in the dugout afterwards. I thought he was not good at all against Arkansas. Tonight, the stuff was pretty good. We make an error, then they hit through the shift. The biggest pitch mistake is he throws the 5 ball to the backstop, which we can't do. But I didn't think he was – I thought he was really sharp tonight and on the knees. We don't make a couple of plays behind him, and Ritter gets a good swing off. But I thought he was much better this week than last. So he's a big part of who we are. He's a really tough kid, and we need him out there.
John?
Chris, going back to Christian real quick, I know you mentioned the pitches and the breaking ball, and you mentioned talking to your guys about being able to take a punch. What were your conversations kind of with him like after the Arkansas game and during this week? And did you kind of talk with him specifically? What did you guys work on this week, do you think, for him to get back on track like this?
This is bad to say, but I didn't talk to Christian this week. So he he's a pretty hardworking kid. He came here, worked every day, and I'm sure him and Fox worked on making pitches. He missed some pitches last week, so that's what they worked on in the bullpen. But usually I'm just, for the pitchers, just the encourager. And if they do something wrong in the picks or bunt defenses, when I yell at them, but they only need so many voices, and Coach Foxhall is a great voice for them to listen to. So they had a great pen. They worked. Our kids they were disappointed last week. They were pissed. They didn't. They take it personal. So this week they got after it, and you can see the result for Christian there.
Steve?
Big moment in the game. You bring in Houston Harding to face Collette there, lefty on lefty, and did a good job for you. Just kind of take me through that sequence there.
Well, we knew Collette, he's one of the better power hitters in the league, and but he struggles a lot more against left-handers. And so we just felt like at that point, for the one hitter to run Hootie out there, see if we can get him out. And then we had Landon. Actually, at that point, Landon was hot to face the next guy. So it was a one at bat thing. But, Coach Fox made the right call right there with putting Hootie in there. And Hootie's, he's in the moments. Hootie's a tough kid, so he runs out there, and he made a couple really nice pitches.
Joel,
Chris, I don't guess we had a chance to talk to you since last weekend. Do you have an update on Riley's status?
Yeah, I think we'll have something here in the next day. How's that? I think we'll put something out. I'm not. We're almost sure, but I haven't talked to Riley yet, so I just
Okay.
want to wait. I'll wait 24 hours and let y'all know tomorrow if that's okay.
Yeah, that's
But-
good. And kind of a follow-up, not really on Riley, but I know Kellen Clark played a couple of weeks ago, got an AB in a midweek game and things. Where's he at as far as his progression? Is he in a spot where if you wanted to use him, you could use him, or is he still kind of working back into things?
Nope, he is 100% back now. So this is his first weekend, 100% back. So he's available. We did with the rainouts and everything this week. We had some scrimmages here, and so he played and did. And he's 100%. So that'll be a guy that you'll see here soon during some games. But he's out there.
any more questions? Steve, back to you.
Thank y'all. Go ahead. Can you
Chris, is he leaving?